Pass both matters and it doesn't matter, depending on what I would need for my argument. Any game being successful on Game Pass or not. If a game isn't successful, it's not because of Game Pass. It's because it's bad. Let's see if I can find a few more.
Yeah, precisely. Like people about the code. Sometimes a game's just bad. They, the people who care about politics. It's about, I would say, about 13%. About 13% on each side. The 13% on the more conservative side, and the 13% on the more woke side. And the rest of the normies in between, they don't know anything about news. They don't know anything about what's going on Twitter. All they care about is whether the game's fun or not.
More of these, and we need to pressure Amazon to investigate Twitch moderation, because what's the point of Twitch's rules when they show favoritism? Call Frogan fat, 2-week ban. Read fanfic, 2-week ban. Say all soldiers should die and get PTSD, no punishment.
You know what? You can ban as much people as you want, but it will not change the fact that Frogan is in fact fat.
Terrorists on stream, no punishment. Twitch's leftist bias is so apparent, it's pathetic. People say, we won. All this is going to do is make Kyoshi more relevant on their return stream. I don't think this is asking for fair and equal treatment across.
I'm actually watching her stream right now. I have this way to set it up. I can record a stream without the noise being captured. And she just got a $10,000 donation right now. She just got donated $10,000 US dollars, by the way, not ARS.
Across all streamers is too much to ask for, and this is what I said too. I do think this is what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen with Twitch, right? Is that eventually somebody at Amazon is going to find out that this is happening, and Twitch is going to add in a draconian set of rules that will make the entire website a lot more like flaccid and boring, and it will be worse for everybody. And that's why I'm very frustrated about Twitch's lack of action, is that I know what the conclusion for this is going to be. Eventually, some suit at Amazon is going to see that, there's a bunch of crazy shit happening on Twitch, and they're just going to ban all the people that are bad. It's not going to be Bezos, because he's not even really involved anymore, but it'll be somebody else. And so that's really it. Nothing wrong with circumcision. I don't want to get into that. I don't have enough.
God, Halo's people is like sometimes some people have they have this really strong gripe about some other countries, and it just gets brought up again and again and again. It just like nobody's even talking about circumcision here, and they just bring it up.
I'm not educated in that. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. And so you can email the advertisers by going to advertise on Twitch website. Yeah, and I think a lot of people already have. Twitch has already lost a lot of advertisers. Have you guys noticed that, compare Twitch now versus Twitch in 2020? Do you remember how many different ads you got in 2020 versus now you're getting basically the same ad played over and over? Why do you think that is? Well, it's because there are less advertisers coming into the space. That's the reason why. And so that's it. It's because they have ad blocker. Well, that's smart. But yeah. Are you not educated in dick?
And another thing about Twitch ads is it's not relevant. So I only watch Twitch on very rare occasions. I would love to watch Smart Alana live more, but on Twitch, I subscribe to her on Patreon. I don't subscribe to her on Twitch. Same money anyway. But it's like Twitch is just, man, I don't want to give money to those people.
Mutilation? No, but I did watch Kids in a Sandbox.
Oh, fucking again, talking about dicks.
In high school, but that was about it. Anyway, so why are you still at Twitch? Well, I'll probably multi-stream pretty soon, that way in case something like this happens. But Tectone is totally right about this. He is 100% right. Is that the moment that this bias is uncovered by mainstream media?
Tectone took off huge. I was watching his stream. He was huge. Like I think the first day he cracked 5-figure viewers. Then the next few days it kind of started to normalize, because when someone like when someone debuts, when a VTuber debuts, when someone first moved to a platform, there it's always that spike because um people want to see what it's about, and maybe they will stay up, maybe they will um make time for it afterwards. People's got things to do in their lives. They can't just stick around and just watch streams. So the view does drop back a little, and he still maintains about anywhere between 4,000 to 6,000 viewers on YouTube, and like that's a lot of viewers. That's a lot of viewers. I don't think I'll ever hit that many viewers in any given moment.
And people start talking about this, it is going to make Twitch look awful. And I think the entire moderation team is doing irreparable tens of, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of damage to the brand of Twitch by upholding rules that are so blatantly unfair. That's the problem. That's the big issue. As someone who works in marketing, I avoid Twitch mostly. It's very demographic dependent, but generally bad when compared to other channels. Of course it is. Because Twitch does not allow you to target your ads to demographics with enough certainty and not security, with enough precision. They do not allow you to precision guide your ads to the right people. And so that's it.
Yeah, exactly what I was talking about. You can't actually like
now here's what's going to happen,
redirect your ads to target certain demographic. So you have 40-year-old dudes married, let's get in nail ads for no reason. And sometimes you can get two of them. When you get two nail ads and you can't skip them, it makes you don't want to watch streams there. I know there's ad blockers that can work on Twitch, but it's not easy. Like an ad blocker is not known to everyone. A lot of people, they don't even know that YouTube ad blockers exist.
So what's going to happen is that step one, Twitch gets exposed for having problems. Okay? That's
exposed?
Number two.
They don't care.
Amazon
people have a capitalism.
Puts Twitch on life support or sells it.
It's bleeding money. Like, I don't know if you have seen it. Like, there is a graph of Twitch doing calculations on how much streaming actually costs. Twitch is actually bleeding money. They're not making a lot of money. Again, it doesn't mean I'm going to use that platform. It's just I don't want to give money to those people.
Kick buys Twitch.
It's possible. You know the people talk shit about. Wait. People talk shit about Kick all the time. Yeah, the website at the moment is very shit. Doesn't have functionalities, but they're improving. They just got channel points recently. Okay. And the second thing, UFC streams there. You have all the sports channels streaming there because gambling's not allowed anywhere else. The money from gambling is huge. You don't realize how big gambling is.
Every day is gambling day.
Every day is gambling day.
That's what's going to happen. The end result is that Kick will buy Twitch. And then they will change the rules back. Yep. That's right. How many years will this be? It'll take 2 years.
Petition. Mark your calendars. Yep. 2 years.
Or maybe Elon will buy it. Yep, that's right. You mean Elon buys Twitch? You mean lay off the trust and safety team? Well, that's putting it on life support. That's what they're probably going to do because they're spending too much money on it and it's not growing at all. How profitable is Kick? So Kick is very profitable if you factor in the amount of people that go from Kick to like Stake or something like that. Is Kick profitable as a baseline? It's probably not. Now, does Kick have a profitability future? I think it actually does. I do. And the reason why is that You have literal Nazis on Rumble that are posting stuff on Rumble, and Rumble has ads. So under no universe is Kick worse than that. So all Kick needs to do is find advertisers to work with them. And I think also as the culture is changing and people are becoming more open-minded and less closed-minded, you're going to have more people not care about being associated with these different brands. That type of cancel culture is dying out. And you're going to see other websites. Could you imagine seeing a My Pillow guy ad on Kick? Could you imagine seeing that? You can get this brand new pillow for the low price of $14.88. I'm not kidding, by the way. There it is. New Kanye song is helping. Yep, there you go. And so convert teenagers to gamblers and gotcha players. Yes. Rumble also has a crypto partnership. Yes, they do. And Twitch is partnered with DraftKings. And do you know do you know the ads on Stake are to get people hooked on gambling, right? Yeah, I don't give a shit. If somebody gets hooked on gambling, they're a retard. Like, the thing is, I used to care a lot about gambling. I used to really care about it, but I've realized that I've lost the war. The world loves...
You know, thing about gambling is they never quit. And, you know, at the roulette wheel, so I used to live at this small town that somehow had a casino. This small town, like, it's if you are American, you're watching this, that city, bracket city, is probably smaller than your suburb, okay? But it has a casino. I don't know why, it just does. And I went there once after a New Year's party, and this old guy down his last $10. It's a $5 table. So old guy puts $5 down at the roulette table. He puts on 0. He says, he asked the croupier. Croupier is the guy that spins the wheel. He said, "Can you spin a 0 for me?" Guy chuckles. He said, "I'll try." First spin, he lands it. He lands the ball right next to 0. Then you know what happens next? Old guy bets $5 again on 0. The croupier spins it, and you know what happens? It lands on fucking 0. And people are telling you, "No, it's all random, bro. They can't just land the ball where they want it. They can't. They can land in a general area. They know how to. It's not a random number generator, okay? And then the payout will be like 35-1, so he gets like how much would that be? 30 times 5, 150, 180, something about the range of $180. I'm getting with bad math. Correct me if I'm wrong. So he gets about that money. Then you know what he does? He keeps on betting until all that money goes back to the casino. Then the floor boss was right next to the table. He is laughing inside. And this is not the only time. So then later on, I moved to a different city, and there's another casino there, and they have this pokies machine. I hate pokies because it's not a skill game; it's pure luck game. So, lady goes to the pokies, spins it. It's like those $20 spins. So she lands the jackpot and gets $5,000. You know what? You know what she does? She doesn't cash out. She doesn't cash out. She keeps on spinning until she's back down to $0. This is why Kick will never die, because this is how people work. They will never quit until they lose every single dollar.
Gambling? I never gamble. I do not ever gamble in my life, but that does remind me, I do play Wuthering Waves, and I had a pretty good day yesterday. So, but the difference is that I am never going to get my money back. This was a big W, and I am never getting my fucking money back, right? It's never going to happen. And so anyway, that's literally gambling. No, it's not. So gambling, why is gambling destructive? Gambling is destructive because you can chase losses and you can make money. So if you could never make money from gambling, gambling would not be destructive. Now, it's not that people can't waste their money on gacha games at all. Of course they can do that. I mean, a retard can eat too much McDonald's and then they die. But does this mean we need to shut down McDonald's? No, it just means they're a fucking retard, and that's what you call natural selection. But the fact is that if you're gambling and you're spending a bunch of money and you're doing this, you have every tool and every resource available to you to tell you that it doesn't matter what amount of money you start with whenever you play a slot machine, the ending amount of money, if you play long enough, will be $0. And if that does not convince you not to do it, you are a retard and you deserve to be naturally selected. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I don't feel bad for them. I don't have any sympathy for them. You know this.
Yeah, dude, like people talk about porn addiction and all that, but like those people, they may be spending way too much time jerking off, but they are not skipping meals to go playing pokies. It's like if you're watching this, you probably play quite a bit of computer games, but like the people who gamble, they just put down everything, and gambling comes first because it's like main character syndrome. They think they can make that money back. They may never make that money back.
Everybody knows this, and do you want to know why I really don't have sympathy for them? I'm going to tell them why. Is because of narcissism. It's because they think they're special. No, you're fucking not, and you're going to go broke because you're delusional. And every single time, yeah, and probably a skill issue? Yes, exactly. And also, by the way, Twitch has gambling streams now. They have them now. Sorry, you're wrong on this one. You
really?
Can't even use the right "your." Like, you're not even literate, and you're telling me that I'm wrong about this. Yeah, this is a fact. No, you're wrong. One time I used to scratch off, and I won $80. Yeah, I only had to spend $200. Yeah,
guys, getting called out in chat.
And so anyway, no, I have no sympathy for people that get involved with this. People are victims of their own bad decision-making. Most people's bad circumstances in life are due to their own behavior. And this is only talking about Americans and people in extraneous circumstances. Obviously, a 5-year-old with cancer didn't cause himself to do that. But a 50-year-old that can't walk, and's eaten Cheetos his whole life, doesn't exercise, has all these health problems, it's because of the way that you fucking live.
If you want to know who rules the world, find out who you can't criticize. It's children with cancer.
And again, gambling is a stupid tax. It is. The dumber you are, the more you pay. And also, DraftKings, here's the other thing. Let me go back. I'm going to do one more part of this. DraftKings, do you want to know what the most popular... Let's look this up on the Google, okay? What is the most popular form of gambling in the U.S.? $37 participated in the lottery. What else besides the lottery? Slots are the most popular form of gambling. Really? Oh, fuck. I thought it was sports betting. Am I wrong?
Sports betting has to be the biggest.
Am I wrong about this? Maybe I'm wrong. Wait a minute. No, I want to find this out. It's slots? No, because if I'm wrong about this, then I want to know, because I've been saying this. I look like a retard if I've been wrong about this. Gambling is most popular in the U.S. What type of gambling is most addictive? What's the biggest form of gambling? The lottery? Besides the lottery. It's slots? Ask Rock? Okay, sure. What type of gambling?
Speaking about AI is always biased. It's not
States.
It's all curated. The only way you can detect an AI at the moment is asking it to say racial slurs. Okay. Because the AI will never say the racial slurs because it makes the AI sponsor look bad.
Give me a source for that. Because I mean, the AI told me this, but like, where's the source? Okay. So there's 15 web pages. Sports betting market size industry report. Sports betting in 2025, a $142 billion industry. Sports betting statistics, sports betting revenue, sports betting demographics. Yep, there we go. Okay, so slots because it has no friction. Yeah, so there we go. And either way, guys, I could be wrong about this. I'm actually not going to push that right now because it doesn't really matter. My point is that sports betting is extremely fucking popular, right? It is extremely popular. Maybe it's not the most popular, but it's the second most popular. And Twitch and Amazon are partnered with DraftKings. I'm sorry. But if you gamble, you're an idiot. And I used to push against it. I used to fight against it.
When you think about it,
but I lost.
When you think about it, you bring all different types of additions, gachas, all that. Like people say, only spending $500 on gacha pools, that's a lot of money. No question, it's a lot of money. But it's like you can never be someone who blows $20 once when they go to pokies. They press this button. I have even seen pokies that links direct to your bank account. Use those things, pokies, $20 spent. No other places, no gacha games, no pay-to-win games, nothing else will be this in terms of profitability and the money it can extract from people. Even if you hire even if some guy goes hiring 2 strippers, that's like a fixed cost. It's not you know what? There is actually $100 spins in pokies. You can just click a button and you spend $100, and the people do that. People on disability payout, especially people on disability payout or like old like a retirement pension, they do this all the time. You know, if I used to play poker, and when you go to a table, there's a tip they always tell you: look for tables with all pensioners, because those people are the types that's going to go all in on tens high. They'll go all in on 10 spade high card kicker, and then those people they will bet they will double on 18 at a blackjack table. That's what those people do. They make all the money for the casino.
I lost. I am defeated. I have been defeated. I don't like it. I don't like losing. But sometimes I've got to admit it. And that's it. Should gambling be illegal? I thought about that a lot. I think the answer to that is no. What one man does with another man, assuming that they are or women, right, or whatever, what 2 consenting adults choose to do between themselves should not be infringed by the government, except in the most extreme of circumstances.
True.
That's freedom, brother. That's right. Wrong topic? Well, it's the same thing with being gay and shit like that, right? Isn't sports betting the most accessible form of gambling? Well, yeah, of course. That's why they advertise it to 5-year-olds. But anyway, let's go back over. I'll see if I can find a few more of these and look into it. Because yeah,
Marathon. Did you hear Marathon stole some chick's art? Like 1-to-1. They copied that shit.
Apply hot water to reveal thought. I'm not watching this. Oh boy, we got her. Wait, got who? What is this? Oh, Jesus. Jerking Master Hasan Abi is the GOAT, and this is some weirdo that's posting a celebratory thing. Iron Man down by Pakistani military. Guys, come on. Come on.
Iron Man down
Former FBI's excuse for calling out Trump's assassination. So I did see this. Let's go back, and I'm going to take a look at it. And mention a poor dog. What is this here? It's treasonous. What the fuck? What the fuck? The government of South Africa announces it's now going to be considered treasonous for their people to mention the poor treatment of white people. No, it's bullshit. Let me hear it.
And all their inner circles here in Parliament who went to the United States to spin a narrative of victimhood of white people being murdered by blacks, mobilizing the United States government to interfere in the domestic affairs of our country. What measures, if any, have you used to scrutinize these treasonous acts of white right-wing racist extremist movements, especially in relations to how they are funded, so as to protect the imminent threat of civil war in South Africa? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kersa. Honorable Minister, your response, please.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Chair. As indicated earlier, the law enforcement agencies are investigating the treasonous act of misinformation and also that which is provided for in the, I forgot the right.
That's stupid. Like those, you think that how many people are posting this from South Africa? Like geolocation wise, about no one. It's just people from overseas. You have no jurisdiction over it. None.
Naming of the act that talks about treason in the country.
What a shithole. God damn, I'm glad I don't live there. Wow. Yep, what a shithole. Wow. And yeah, misinformation? Jesus. It really is? Yeah, I guess so. It's treason. I mean, hey, that's it. I mean, like, I just, here's my opinion about, like, South Africa. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't live there. I don't have anything to do with this. It seems like it's a clown show over there. It's problematic. Apparently, the region's been in, like, some kind of fucking disarray for, like, decades.
You know, it's like, they had this civil war there between some two shithole countries, and they about 500,000 people died, and nobody gave a shit. And then that Israel and Palestine shit came out, and everybody's hovering over it because both sides have sponsors that's got international clout. That's the only reason why people care. Is like if you don't have international clout, and like doesn't matter how many millions of people die in your country, nobody gives a shit.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, everything that I've read about it has just made me happier to be an American. I'll tell you that. Yeah, like, let's be fucking real. And, yeah, Jesus. But 50 white refugees? Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a problem. And, I don't know what the fuck this is right here. Moves of its time. What is it?
Why are you guys so anti-dictators? Imagine if America was a dictatorship. You could let 1% of the people have all the nation's wealth.
And I like those
you
edits.
I
call them the tranquility
by
edits.
Cutting their taxes and bailing them out when they gamble and lose. You could ignore the needs of the poor for healthcare and education.
Do you know who he looks like? He looks like another guy that cared a lot about healthcare.
Your media would appear free, but would secretly be controlled by one person and his family. You could wiretap phones. You could torture foreign prisoners. You could have rigged elections. You could lie about why you go to war.
That's crazy.
You could fill your prisons with one particular racial group, and no one would complain. You could use the media to scare the people into supporting policies that are against their interests. I know this is hard for you Americans to imagine, but please try.
I love that shit, bro. Like, you don't watch this movie, The Dictator? Yeah, I watched this when it came out. Yeah, absolutely. And Star Citizen is now paywalling new features, and community's super mad about it. I don't know about this. AI's getting it. I'm okay.
Star Citizen, bro. I think.
Ratings are going up due to the economy.
So every day I'll try to make a video that's about 30 minutes. So people can like listen to it when they're driving to work, waking up, making coffee, that kind of stuff. Star Citizen, bro. Like I think one day there's going to be another game that comes out, and we'll have everything Star Citizen has. It will be Star Citizen's Sin City moment. When City Skyline came out from Calypso Studios, it absolutely destroyed Sin City because City Skylines was everything people saw Sin City 5 They didn't call it Sin City 5. They just called it Sin City. So City Skylines was everything people saw Sin City 5 will be pretty much, and that's how the Sin City series basically died at that point.